Hello, dear friends from Earth. This is Shayla again, and I am here to answer the question like, how come you have not discovered life yet outside of your planet, of course? And it's a reflection on like the physical reality that you are living in and what you perceived, or most of you are perceiving with your five senses, five basic senses. And for example, in many countries, you have astronomers with a lot of technology listening to universe for a very long time, and you can pick up on signals from very distant world, distant stars, but there are no sounds of the other life forms. Or the question is, how come that you are not perceiving something when the universe should be, or even just this galaxy should be like full of life, full of advanced beings, or advanced beings, because you are here, you believe that that we exist. So how come you are not perceiving us? And many of you, of course, understand that it's about also vibrations. And but there have been also many people who claim to have a physical contacts. And physical contact, the way that you perceive it or want to imagine it from, like, in the past, most of the actually fake experiencers that just wanted attention, claiming they had a real experience, physical experience, that most of are fake. What happens is, like, you are in the reality where you are shielded, like your reality is a very specific vibration, very limited vibrations that you are able to perceive with the basic five senses. And there is definitely a world around you, or in the world around you, that is full of life, but it's on a vibrational levels. There are vibrational levels on the Earth and also outside of the planet. So what you are perceiving, and also your scientists are perceiving in, like, distance, like looking into distance, and so on, is perceiving a very limited, basically hologram. Even what you are perceiving, like infinite and so on, it's just illusion. But it's a very advanced illusion, very physical. And when you will open up, or imagine if you would open up, like, collectively, to perceiving many other layers you have, like perceiving energies, and perceiving elemental energies, spirits, from nature, different, like, fairy kingdoms, and also, of course, ETs who exist on those other vibrational levels. It's not that we are shielding ourselves. We actually don't need to. We are living outside of your very limited, holographic, in a way, simulation, and that was kind of like put in front of your eyes. And it doesn't matter how far in the distance you are going to look, it's still going to be same vibration. So, for example, like, even in, like, when scientists are looking at a certain stars, let's say, you are perceiving mostly just light. Of course, you have techniques how you can perceive different spectrums of light, and you listen to sounds and so on. But if you were able to sense energies beyond your limited physical or 3D world, in a way, you would perceive stars in much different way. You would see buzzing consciousness. And so we exist in a realm, or frequency, where we are living in a frequency of the energies, of these energies that you are not perceiving. You would start perceiving even your Earth in quite a different way. It's not just beings, the perception of what you can see would completely change. the flowing energies, you know, different energy particles or even vortexes and everything like that. When you would open up yourself to perceiving this type of things, then you would discover that yes, even just your galaxy or this galaxy is just full of life through ETs or other type of beings in a way. And you would discover that yes, you are not alone. So yes, definitely you need to your scientists need to work on quantum type of experiments. But what will unlock also your scientists to finally discover how to actually push through that limit of like discovering devices or the techniques and so on to perceive those things and to give you the imagery is by your whole collective consciousness vibration rising. So those who are working on like uncovering their own veils and working on sensing in a different ways the energy fields, like basically working on higher senses like clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and so on, all these things, then not everyone is also like there is no one being who would be mastering all of them, you know, as well. So we are slowly like those pioneers who are doing the best in these realms or in the realm of higher senses are just pushing kind of like boundaries of what is possible. But when this will grow and more people start opening up and awakening their energy and awakening Kundalini, is of course not a simple process, but more you start activating and more people collectively would do that, then your earth would kind of like level up to actually live in the vibration of maybe what some say like new earth vibration, you know, and stuff like that. Of course that is also correct that those levels are existing, like new earth in a way exists already. There is a vibration of it, but again it's those levels, those parallel realities that are overlapping, and you are living on a certain vibration level right now that is collectively not close to it. In some places, you know, where people are living more in harmony with the nature and with the earth, those places are stronger for you to sense the energies of new earth as well. But collectively, earth is not able to fully transition to really opening up. So it's almost like the same way like when you are opening up your harmony, your energetic harmony and Kundalini, the way is also earth doing it. So the certain blockages in a way from unfortunately humans doing negative and toxic things and holding very heavy vibrations in certain areas of the world, it's what is not allowing earth to actually, let's say, ascend into those realms. And so again, like getting back to the topic that I wanted to talk about, so when earth would actually be healed of those vibrations collectively, like the vibration, like a new way of living that is more in harmony, that is not like causing or poisoning the earth and so on. So that's why it's important for you to, if you want to really vibrate collectively into new earth and manifest it, that's why it's important for you to choose the new earth. Choosing vibration of new earth is living in a best harmony with the natural flows. That is also, like, I know this is not always so simple, but ideal is like to be kind of like non-waste, you know, like using less plastic, for example, because again, like when you are using it, it just utilizes or strengthens the energies in the areas where it's used, like those, like for example, bottles, water is free, but bottles are not, so they are selling you bottles in a way. And all these kind of things, and also the way you are treating yourself, your body, how you are really aligning yourself with the healthiest version of yourself that is least toxic and damaging as well through your actions to the earth. So this way, when more and more people are choosing to live in a better harmony with Earth, this is what is changing the world actually, on most basic level. And then, of course, when people are able to live in more healthy lifestyle, in a more healthy way, naturally, their energies would be opening up and radiating. So more and more people are more in harmony, and there is a hope in the future that something like that will happen. But many systems need to fall, and people need to really start choosing what they want to really Earth to be like, So when that starts happening, also those dark energies or concentration of dark energies, when those, let's say, businesses, or how to say it, businesses will cease to exist, also the vibration from that will be gone. And so in those vortexes, like when those negative things are happening, then Earth would be free to shine its energy and vibrate higher in those places as well. So that's why it's important to choose on a personal level as well. And it's for you, for your own as well development at first. But more and more people are doing it, like if you, for example, look back, like veganism started to be like a big thing, like in, like, let's say 80s or 70s, it almost like didn't exist. There have been always people who were vegetarians or vegans even back then, but right now it's very much popularized, and although sometimes it can be pushed, this narrative kind of like pushed too much, that it makes people to resist it more, and they are annoyed by it. But still, again, it's about understanding what it is for, what it stands for. And so these are signs that something is happening, but the change is slow. Even when you are opening up yourself quickly, and if you are working on yourself you are changing quickly, the rest of the world needs to change slower. It's not over night change. So you need to be patient, but there will be time. But it will take a very long time when the earth will be freed from all of this, if you keep choosing the positive direction. And when it is, and it will be able to kind of like shift itself into the vibration where most of the people or everyone would suddenly very easily exist and see everything, all that was invisible, then you will see also all the positive ETs that are around the earth, or are flying by and so on. And you would be in the vibration where this, like basically what you want to imagine, this disclosure or first contact would happen, or for a physical contact would happen. You would be in a completely new vibration if something like this happens. But collectively there is still time until it can really shift in these ways. But you personally can always choose the vibration of this and work on it, and it will be bringing you closer to your own personal contact. And you can always visit these vibrations through astral projection, you know. When you astral project, nothing is limit basically as well, so you can basically live another life in these vibrations and in these you know, perceptions that most of the people can live in. And that way you can bring more guidance also into the world, into this world where your physical body is in, and help other people to guide also through the example. It's always best through the example, to true example. And then when they are curious, you can offer them guidance as well, but never pushing really as well. So the reason why there was no real proofs of like or sensing like our ships, for example, and seeing us completely is because we are not in your very simple kind of like projection that you are living in, your simulation that you are covered with this illusion. So we are beyond that. We have still physical bodies, we have physical ships, but we still are existing on quite a different vibration level. So that's why you are not seeing us. As I said, we are not really hiding, but either to see us, you can either astral project or develop your higher senses, and then eventually your science, when the true change and vibration will be rising, your scientists will discover the way how they can actually create the devices to really perceive this. And of course it has to be allowed by your most darkest conscious parts of your collective consciousness. So when it's allowed, then you will have more proofs that will even accelerate your opening up to wider space, basically wider multi-dimensional space. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will get to you back again soon with another insightful, hopefully for you insightful videos. So bye bye and have a good day and night.